I think the most important thing to do when you're preparing for court is to block out time. Really set limits. Give yourself permission to take the time, because for social workers, their lives are so hectic and they really need to prepare for court. They need to spend some time with the court record. Some of these court records can be this big, and they're having to condense it down to maybe a few hours of testimony, and know what are the very most important key components. So make sure that you have blocked out your time. You've done something to make sure that you're not going to be interrupted, that you are going to be able to really focus on the work, and that you do that far enough in advance that you're not going to be worrying about it at the last minute. I think what's really effective is when I've seen social workers come in with, they've gone all the way through their record, they've come in with maybe just a handful of index cards with the key dates and just some notes that they know what they mean, but they have enough information that they'll have the dates if they need to recall the exact date, and something that will trigger their memory of what happened on that day, so they'll be able to talk about it in a natural way up there. And if they have all that, it's not going to be cumbersome. You're not going to be rifling through files while you're up there on the witness stand, but you're going to have all the information that you need. That does require a lot of preparation in advance, though. But when you have that, it's going to help you feel more confident, and you're going to be able then to testify in a very natural way. The social worker plays many roles in the court hearing and in that process, and I think that some of the more important ones are educator and agency representative. The social worker is in there being an educator by testifying and explaining to the court and all the different players that are in that courtroom what happened on this case and all the facts that went along up to where they are now in the decision that they're making at this particular hearing. And they also are able to, if they're doing a really good job, when they're talking about the decisions that were made at the agency, they can kind of weave in policy and what's best practice and get some of that information out, which is really helpful for the different people in the courtroom as well. And then as an agency representative, they are there not just representing themselves, but they're also representing the agency. And so everything that they say in that courtroom, everything that they do, any gestures or facial expressions are going to be not only a reflection on that social worker and their reputation, but also on the reputation of the agency.